All right, guys. Look what we got here. Yep, we're doing some hot takes. Oh my god, it's been about 1 day since we did one of these. But I don't know. I keep trying to cut it off like, all right, we're good for now. But then, dude, it just keeps coming back. Like, bro, like, we gotta jump in. Let's see what SWAGKAGE is saying. Let's see if he's got some good takes here. All right, so let's see what we got here. So, let's jump in. Super attack animation should be skippable. Get that playtime's important to devs. The only reason to keep them is artificial padding. You know, I hadn't considered that the playtime, like people on the app, right? Like that is a real thing that a lot of these games do. Like if you look into kind of like how the mechanics of a lot of these gachas work, like they're trying to get people to log into the game as consistently as they can, you know, over days. That's why there's login bonuses and stuff like that. And you have stamina, you know, meters all over and stones to refresh stamina, blah, 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 blah. I am in favor of a super attack skip. I am always on board with more options to play is better. Like I thought that like the standby skip intro, like all these skips are good. I was not a fan of them combining the intro, active, and standby skip into one skip. I think, like, I know it's just option after option after option, but that's just a good thing, right? Super attack skip button, intro skip button, active skill skip button, standby skip button. Although you could, I mean, I would prefer all those, but you could combine active and standby skips into one. I mean, they are essentially the same thing. But I don't disagree. Like, I know people, I think there could be some arguments where it's like, oh my God, it would be so bad, like, to skip the super attack animations, which are kind of like one of the major focuses of the game, but I don't think it's really an issue. So yeah, I'm in favor of that. Blazing was better than Dokkan. See, listen, I was there early in Blazing. We could prove this real quick too. Oh my God, dude, it's been a long time since I've delved down this path here. Let's go by last video added. So Blazing, of course, is now gone. Yeah, here it is, right here. Okay, so I was there at Blazing pretty early on, right? Like I remember how crazy it was. Man, look at this. Back in the days when I just took the anime screenshots. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. Let's click. I don't want to hear my own. No, I clicked the wrong thing. Go back. No, dude, it keeps. Bro, YouTube is hard to work. Okay, we got it. Okay, let's see. So here's Naruto Blazing. Oh, back on the iPad. Yeah, man, this was forever ago. Naruto Blazing was pretty fun, but Naruto Blazing did a really bad thing. With Blazing Bash. Like once like PvP was good, and at the start of Naruto Blazing, bro, can we like do some summons here, man? The thing that they did was they created PvP, and then they had it to where like the oldest characters in the game. So think of like for Dokkan equivalent, it would be like the Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, AGL Super Saiyan Goku, that physical Piccolo, like the super, like the not the Super Strike characters, the Hero and Villain Extermination, like Awakening event characters. Those characters, you know, like were really good in PvP. But then they kind of like nerfed them, and then they created Blazing Bash, and it kind of just like hurt the game so much. Blazing was really good, but unfortunately they kind of had a lot of bad updates and stuff like that, and eventually fell off. And I guess I don't know if they weren't allowed to use Boruto stuff, but they didn't use Boruto stuff. Like imagine if Dokkan wasn't allowed to use Dragon Ball Super, right? Like the game would be dead. So that hurt that. Super Battle Road should return with a new supremely difficult third version. Now that we have Super Easy A's. Show Dokkan's willing to revisit old content a second time. I mean, they could, you know, like, okay, so in order to make Super Battle Road this tough, there's a couple of things that have to be done. Number one, items would have to be limited to make it this tough. At this point, our characters just have too many good mechanics. You know, back then, characters' passives would be like, you know, 50% attack start a turn, 50% defense on super attack. Like the character passives were nothing. Now it's like Beast Gohan is guarding with damage reduction, and he's guaranteed critting, and he triple supers. Like it's just like characters are so good, so they would have to limit items first off. Like we got to drop us down to like one item can be used, right? Then I mean it really would be very unfun to do this for a lot of players. I mean, I would like the challenge, but the bosses would need to be Gogeta Blue. Like you'd need to fight like 3 Gogeta Blues, like basically turn 1. Like they'd need to be supering for like 3.7 million to really make it very scary. I know it seems crazy, but like that's like what, you know, what SWAGKAGE is referring to here is like how Super Battle Road used to be, and that's kind of what would facilitate that. Is them limiting items, because Super Battle Road is a joke because you could use 4 items plus a support memory. There's like no challenge. It has to be like Saviors Super Battle Road for it to be hard right now, right, for players. So unit classification needs a massive overhaul. Super and extreme designations are inconsistent, stupid, and harmful to the health of villains. Chi is extreme, while Planet Genocider, Bardock, and his friends are super. Okay, sure. Majin Vegeta from the fight against Buu can be extreme. So can Android 16 from the Cell games. Beerus wanted to blow up the planet during Battle of Gods, make him extreme. Okay, sure. I get it. Because the point with, like, villains, like, okay, so, like, people, like, I'll complain about villains, and then someone will say, you don't have to run a full villain team. Well, actually, what we're mostly referring to is the missions, the content of the game. When they do Extreme Class Mission for Beast Gohan, Extreme Class Mission for Cell Max, Extreme Class Mission for Red Zone Movie Boss Rush. Right, now, the missions typically are use one of all Extreme Class typing. So like Extreme AGL, Extreme Tech, Extreme Int, Extreme STR, and Extreme Physical. And you can run one superclass character, like Beast Gohan or something like that. So it did work well with run Broly's team, and then add Beast to the team, and you can get away with it. But yeah, villains need help. Just the way it is, the way the game is, we're always going to get way more Gokus and Gohans, right? So there's always going to be way more superclass characters in the game than there are villains. So villains need whatever help they could get. I mean, sure, if it leads to stronger extreme class overall, I'm with it. And I agree that like 16 could be extreme, Bardock could be extreme. Yeah, because Bardock, I mean, you know, remember, Bardock is in hell, by the way, for anyone who's curious. Like, he, you know, how many people did Bardock murder? Billions, trillions, gazillions? Like, yeah, so, yeah, Bardock is not really a super class. Just because he, you know, in his last moments before death went, oh, damn, we're actually really bad. Like, it's like, we're actually, like, terrible. Yeah, like, I mean, Bardock is still, like, a villain. Yeah, that's true. Chain Battle was a good mode. I mean, I would agree. I would fall on the side of yes, it was. People wanted to put in no effort towards learning it. I mean, a lot of the community, right? I mean, there's 2 topics I would like to mention limited in these hot takes videos. Private servers and dodge. Those are the 2 things I'd like to limited touch on. But this community is full of kids who just spam the private server and know nothing about the game. They don't want to grind up free-to-play characters. They don't want to get the tickets to do their summons. They don't want to learn chain battle. They don't want to do battlefield. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. Right? They just want to pretend that they're experts because they turn on the private server. Right? Chain battle, the rewards you get for literally 1 run was ridiculous. And I know people could say, oh, well, you shouldn't have to find a community and join a Discord to help you with the game mode. It existed. There was a big-ass community. Players who fully understand and grasp the mechanics of chain battle would go out of their way to help everyone. This existed. I promoted them several times. They were all over the place. Like, if you had horrible scores in chain battle and you didn't even bother to learn, like, at a certain point, it does go on you. People want to live under the shield of, I'm not a whale, I can't do it. Despite the fact that a lot of the characters that you would use from your box for chain battle were free to play. That's the thing. Like, all these rainbow characters you need were not your own characters. Chain battle was not a whale or be good mode. That's not true. It's not what it was. Yeah. I mean, Amatsu in jail for allowing World Tournament to stay is enticing. I think it's very simple. JP players hated Chain Battle, but JP players really like World Tournament. This is why Chain Battle's gone. and World Tournament is still just as it ever is. I think that's exactly why. Units are becoming too, what is this, homogenous due to power creep. Units being strong isn't bad, but every unit being similar is. Okay. An environment where a large portion of premium characters have guard, need that guard to not be zeros is not a healthy one. I mean, I could see it, right? Like, Goresh has said, like, very similar things. I mean, I do fall on the side of I just want the characters to be good. Maybe this is just a me thing or something like that. I'm not too interested in this right here. Like, what Catapesla's doing, like, all this nonsense is just not very good compared to, like, what King Vegeta does. King Vegeta has some of the same kind of, like, like, boring type stuff that people will talk about, right? Like, he's just damage reduction and, damage reduction with key spheres, which is something we see, and he orb changes, and he's got his support and stuff like that. Although, I don't know, because King Vegeta does have his multiplicative support. King Vegeta might not be the best example of this, but there is, like, certain mechanics a character pretty much has to have at this point in order to be good. It's very rare for a character to just be raw stats, like Piccolo Jr., I guess, and be really good, right? Piccolo Jr. didn't have guard, didn't have damage reduction, but he was still really good. And Piccolo Jr. could, in the kind of meta that he was in, tank a lot of the big bosses as well. You needed some luck, but it did exist as a thing. I don't know. I mean, we're at the point where it kind of just is what it is. I'm sure if they wanted to be very creative, they could kind of fix this problem, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. So, unfortunately, we do live in a world where character comes out and it's like, there's no guard, there's no damage reduction. Oh, man. They need Terrifying Conqueror characters like Frieza here, and it's like they're just behind the 8 ball, man. Like, they're just not gonna have it as easy as the character, Topo. Topo's just given guard. Topo's just given damage reduction. Topo's just given support and orb changing. Where is a lot of the Topo mechanics on Frieza? I don't understand, right? Why does Frieza have this and no other premium unit this year has got this type of bullshit? Frieza's literally the only one. Vegeta, Topo, Beast, Gammas, Broly, Gogeta do not have this. It's only Frieza who has, like, this type of annoying ass restriction that really hurts him. But yeah, I would much rather just characters be good than have interesting designs. I'm sorry. I'll take LR Jiren all day, every day, right? Remember, when he first came out, he was God, but he was just very boring and plain. I don't care. I'll take God, who destroys the game, but he's boring. That's, for me, that's what I'm fine with. Good example of kit diversity. Oh, okay, sure. LR Cooler's 2022 team. Yeah, because without reading ahead, I mean, you have LR Golden Frieza, who had very good defenses and then tapered off, which was kind of good for the fight. Like, Metal Cooler core at the time and stuff like that was good. Cooler was a huge damage dealer. Depending upon your RNG, he could tank pretty well. In history, I fall on the side of LR Cooler Defender. People right now are trying to rewrite history and pretend Cooler was bad, which is laughable. I am always, defense is better, defense ages better, defense is more important than offense. But there are certain characters who can kind of trump that because they're so good. LR Cooler was one of those characters. This revisionist history that LR Cooler was not good or not top 3 is insane to me. Cooler was that guy back then. EZA Cooler was a nice EZA support character. This guy aged really bad, SCR Cooler, but he was definitely very good when he came out, right? And then Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler was designed much differently from a lot of the characters we've seen. Yeah, sure. I'll give SWAGKAGE this, but remember, in order to do this, I mean, they set up 3 summonable LRs throughout, the last several months. It's like Frieza was a June summonable LR, Cooler was an August summonable LR, and Metal Cooler was a September summonable LR, right? It's like we probably could get this to happen again, but, it would take months of build-up for Dokkan to do. And then Janemba was solid on the team, yeah. Fusions and Monsters is a good boss fight. Yep, I like it. Not even 1% as toxic as Red Zone Broly. Facts. I mean, he's just spitting. He's just cold, hard facts that a lot of you guys just can't wrap your heads around. That's true. Zamasu's not even in the top 10 hardest fights in the game's history. Probably. Even with items, you can use Cell Max, Extreme Tech, Extreme Super Battle are harder to clear than Zamasu is no item. Yes, that is all true. I mean, the only thing is, top 10 hardest fights in the game's history. Does Red Zone Broly even hit that though? Like once you start talking about top 10 hardest fights in the game's history, it gets very tough because it's probably like some of the OG Dokkan events and then just a wave of Super Battle Road stages, right? Like Super AGL Extreme Super Battle Road was really crazy. Both Extreme Tech Super Battle Road and Extreme Tech Extreme Super Battle, because you guys know for years they were like, yeah, we cannot make good Extreme Tech characters. We refuse. They just didn't. They said no. We're not making good Extreme Tech characters. That's why, we're in a different era, because they just dropped the god of the game and he's Extreme Tech, right? We're not in the same era that we used to be in. But I agree. Fusion's the amount of whining about this fight, which I like the fight because it separated good characters from bad characters. All the characters people love to bait with and stuff like that, all those loser characters just got destroyed by Fusion Zamasu. In order to go into Fusion Zamasu, you pretty much had to be good, which I liked. Broly Chu and Limo. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've been battling with this kid about them for years now. A lot of you Broly Chu and Limo defenders, you guys are the new age. SWAGKAGE is the old guard. I've never been super crazy about them. I do really like their EZA. I think they fulfill a good need. But, I mean, a lot of times they do end up being dodge or die at 50% dodge for me. But, I mean, they are good. Yes, there should be more fusion units, not less. Never listen to fusion downplay. Oh my god, we're tired of fusions. People say that, and then fusions are the best celebration in the game's history every single time, right? Like, the 9th anniversary is, I should double check what the final numbers are, but the 9th anniversary is like a top 3 selling anniversary. And it's led, I mean, Broly, I think, deserves a lot of credit, right? People think of me as a Broly hater, but I'm not. But Gogeta and Broly, them leading the anniversary, they killed it. Oh, it's raining super hard right now. Damn, bro. I need to order a salad, bro. Yesterday, all right, quick pause. Yesterday, I was recording a video, and I got, it was like a chicken Southwest salad. Bro, it was so, I'm ordering one of those again. Bro, it was so good. It was so, oh my God, so good. Same notice before, they are not and never will be too many Super Saiyan 4 units. Sure, Super Saiyan 4 units also have always been very successful. I'm ready for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta to be another Dokkan Fest, because I know, okay, let's put in Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, right? And then we pop this. Anniversary unit, anniversary unit, anniversary unit, anniversary unit, right? Vegeta's been 4 anniversaries. But just Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we only have 2 characters, right? The 2nd and 4th anniversaries. I'd love a new standalone Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. He pretty much has to have Dokkan original animations, because Vegeta doesn't really do that much. But I would be ecstatic about a new Super Saiyan 4. What type of categories are we looking at for him? Pure Saiyan, Vegeta family. Okay, so Vegeta family has got like a real setup, right? Led by Tech Vegeta. That would be good. Who is Pure Saiyan? Is this still only God Goku? Yeah, I'm not a fan. God Goku as a leader right now, I think God Goku could be a good option. Double God Goku is scary for sure. Not a fan of just running any of these guys as like a Pure Saiyan leader. Power Beyond Super Saiyan? Ha, no. Hell no. None of these really... I guess Miraculous Awakening is beat. Wait. No, that's his extra 200%. Wait. No, it is. Yeah, wait. I'm on the global... I'm on the global side. Yeah, Miraculous Beast leads Miraculous Awakening, right? Dude, is my brain broken? It is. Yeah. Miraculous right there. Superhero, Bond of Master and Disciple, Miraculous Awakening. Okay. Yeah, so I guess he'd be on the Beast Gohan team. Battle of Fate could be another good team. This guy, by the way, I mean, people will say, oh, all he needs is help. No, he's dead. He's done, guys. He's done. I'm sorry, he's done. But yeah, give us a new Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Burger King is better than McDonald's. I mean, okay, the Whopper does clear anything on the McDonald's menu, right? Let's be serious. Let's just be serious for 2 seconds. What does McDonald's have? To be honest, I don't think I've ever had the McRib. People talk about the McRib. I don't think I've ever had that before. Oh, you know what I really have liked throughout the years is usually around St. Patrick's Day, they would do that Shamrock Shake or whatever. I have no idea. I feel like it's been years since I've had one. I don't know if they still do it. Do they do the Shamrock Shake still? Let's double check. Like, if I type in Shamrock Shake, like, is this Shamrock Shake? Okay, let's see. Do I have to type in McDonald's? It's seasonal. Copycat. I mean, these are... It says 2024, so maybe it was still... This was fire. Let's see. Like, was this around this year? Oh, 27... A few variants? Oh, damn, dude. That would be sick. Next year, I gotta remember to try one of these. Shamrock Shake. BTS meal? Here's another story. We're really falling off. Technically, I'm a member of the BTS Army fan club thing. A couple of years ago when I was talking to this girl, she was a big fan of BTS, and, you know, she wanted to go to a concert. So I got us tickets, and then, bro, like, getting the tickets, because, like, I wanted to make sure, like, okay, like, we're getting some fire-ass tickets, right? Like, we're going to be, like, you know, right in front of the stage. Bro, I had to sign up to, like, 50 apps. It's like I had to join this one app to enter into a waiting list, to be entered into, like, the fan club, to be put into, like, the first orders and stuff like that. And I was successful. We got crazy tickets, but it didn't happen because of the pandemic. The pandemic canceled it. But I am technically, like, a member of, like, the BTS Army or whatever the hell it is I am. All right, anyway, we got sidetracked. Yes, I love Alan. Let's keep going. Ultimate Gohan was meant to transform. It must have been just scrapped. I'm not sure. Base kit feels incomplete. He's on transformation boost despite GT Super Saiyans. Oh, that's an issue. Yeah, I mean, characters end up on transformation boost just because... like Future Gohan, just because of his intro. So they should be on that for sure. And Transforming Tech Gohan not being on it as well. Okay. I'm with it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't want to say it was a good thing or a bad thing. Or at this point, all I know is everything in the end worked out. LR Ultimate Gohan eventually led to Beast Gohan. Like, it all worked out in the end. Goku versus King Piccolo deserves a dual Dokkan Fest more than anything from Super except Goku versus Jiren. No, I'm sorry. I mean, they could give us another Vegito, like, bro, Mr. SWAGKAGE, we just talked about how we need more fusions, not less. Well, we have Gogeta and Vegito in Dragon Ball Super, so I'm sorry. Like, Goku versus King Piccolo is very high on my list right now, absolutely. But, I mean, they're not gonna trump... Like, if they just give us another fusion, like, they just give us fusion. Like, if they give us, like, I don't know, like a God Vegeta character that eventually goes into Gogeta, like, he, you know, goes all the way to Gogeta, and then we also get, like, a Wrath Broly, like, I'll take that over Goku vs. King Piccolo for sure. People should stop comparing Unis, STR, Gogeta. My main argument for this is that almost 99% of y'all were not around for STR. I was not there when STR Gogeta came out. So I know a lot of y'all were not. And it's like, at a certain point, like, I don't know, like, it's kind of like the boogeyman of STR Gogeta. He is one of the best characters ever and stuff like that. And it is true that your account either had him or it didn't, right? So you're either, like, a winner or a loser based on that and stuff like that. But, like, people at this point, I do feel like they kind of overrate him a bit, for sure. Gogeta came out in an unhealthy, toxic environment. Yes, it would be bad if we got another Gogeta level unit with content that necessitated having him. Yes, I mean, it was a way different... Remember, could you imagine how pissed off people would be if that shit happened back... Like, the shit that happened back then happened today? Gogeta comes out, and what was his leader skill? 3 key and 3,000 stats? Right? Here, let me pull it up. It was 3 key and plus 3,000 of stats. Let's just pull up Gogeta. Yeah, let's just get Gogeta up. Bam. And then let's get Vegito as well. Bam. Okay. All right, so Gogeta, right? We'll just use the global dates for this. So Gogeta comes out on July 8th of 2016. And look at his leader skill. All types key 3,000 attack. Super Vegito comes out November 1st. Literally just a few small months later. And look at his leader skill. Like, could you imagine how pissed people... Like, that would be like if Beast Gohan comes out, like, as he is. But then we get... it would have to be like an equivalent, like an orange Piccolo. We get like a new orange Piccolo or something like that. And like he's a 300% leader. And like this orange Piccolo would come out for Tanabata. Like LR orange Piccolo for Tanabata, and he's a 300% leader instead. That would be the equivalent of like what happened. So like I agree. Like Gogeta, his peak the day he came out is up there for sure. But in terms of like his impact, like how long he was around, it's not as much as some other big characters for sure. Hidden potential needs an overhaul. Yeah, I do think so. Dodge is too strong. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's fitting. At the end of the day, most of these characters have built-in additionals and crits and stuff like that. Like, people are so anti-dodge, it's actually ridiculous and stupid and foolish and ignorant and childish. I mean, it just is. It just is. Because all these characters are already doing everything. So, of course, you give them dodge to balance them out, right? So now they can additional crit and they can dodge. Your teams are stronger, you're going to win more. And the overwhelming majority of units dodge is just better than everything else. It is true on a majority of units. Not all. Like Beast Gohan, I would not give full dodge. Eventually, that'll be better for him, but not right now. There's, you know, it's just, like, I don't want to get into it too long, but yeah, I mean, it's true. 99% of units work best as full dodge plus good dodge. It is a fact. I mean, it's a fact. People will argue it and they'll say I'm stupid, but, like, I'm right and you're wrong. Tough. Don't know if it's a hot take, but I think one of the best updates to the game could be selectable links. Oh! Selectable, like, so we get, like, okay, here's a pool of 12 links. That would be a crazy update. This is how you, damn, I feel stupid I haven't considered that. I'm going to make this its own video. You get, so, okay, Frieza, immediately, mine goes to Frieza. We're given, 15 links to pick from. This is how, this update, this could be a villain savior type update. Think of Cell, where, wait, hold here. Let's close some of these tabs, and let's just pull up the main villains of Dragon Ball Z, right? So let's grab just a perfect Cell. Let's get perfect Cell. Let's get Kid Buu. Actually, Kid is going to bring up way too much. No. Kid Buu, perfect. And then let's just bring up, like, Final Form Frieza. Just main villains of Dragon Ball Z. So let's look, yeah, him right here. Okay. So these are essentially going to be, like, the three main villains of DBZ, right? So, like, Cell, Messenger from the Future, Kamehameha, Ultimate Life Form, right? Kid Buu is rocking Infinite Regeneration, Majin, then Frieza is rocking Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Gun of Space. Imagine if you, okay, like there's a Wicked Bloodline mission, so we're gonna equip him with Universe's Most Malevolent, Strongest Clan in Space. It's like, oh shit, like no, now we're running like a villain team. Okay, so now we're gonna, run Nightmare and Fear and Faith, Big Bad Bosses, right? Like the more brutal beatdown. Wow, that would be an update. That would be crazy. If characters have 15 links and you could just switch them up. Could you imagine how much better that would make the game? Bro. That would actually be so good. Holy shit. I feel like this is a super good idea. I'm gonna try and do some stuff and try and get this to the right people. Because I feel like this, like if this could actually be implemented in the game, this would be so good. That would actually be so good. Yeah. That's I love doing that. I love tagging Amatsu because Amatsu, it's just like some account from a million years ago. Right, like I'm tagging this guy and like watch, like if we look at it, allow their yeah. You cooked, yes, dude. Topo is very good, yes, yeah. So yeah, that is why is their bio their own? Like yeah, we know. Anyway, like whatever. December of 2007. All right, cool. If everyone gathered into a single city block and farted, it wouldn't be as stinky as this character. Well, okay. Their animations, horrible. The worst. They were super good in the Fusion Zamasu meta. Back then, turn 1, slot 1 defense was king. And their impact with that was so good. It was true. But, I mean, that's just... You're not fighting Blue Gogeta turn 1, slot 1. You're not fighting Beast Gohan turn 1, slot 1, right? Cell Max you are, sure. But that's what hurts this character. All right, pretty good. But this... I want to make this... Well, I mean, I can't... I'm going to at least try and get this under consideration. I feel like this actually would do so much. This would be just nuts. That would be so good. Every character's given like 15 links or something like that. Or like, they would probably do it in an annoying way where like, it's like they have links you could swap out, but they're locked. And go do 100 link level runs and you'll unlock the ability to, put brutal beatdown on Perfect Cell. Yeah. Do 100 link level runs and you'll unlock the ability to give him brutal beatdown instead of like ultimate life form. That would actually be so good though. Like, bro. All right, there we go. Fun video, man. We talked about BTS, Shamrock Shakes, and we got this really good thing. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.